I'm talking about the the fact that there's clearly an emerging philosophical rift that we see throughout history happening again and again and again. But every time it bubbles up in the way that it currently is, it creates like revolutions. A situation of revolution.
It's already happening.
It's already happening. But back in the 60s, man, they didn't have the internet. They didn't fucking... Can you imagine if Ginsburg had a podcast? Think of the reach that these people had back then, like Timothy Leary. Timothy Leary didn't have... a kid with a fucking Apple has more of a potential reach than Timothy Leary had through his whole life, or any of the great revolutionary thinkers that exist. Fucking Karl Marx.
As much as that's true, as much as I still think though that nothing's has really changed that much, because just as the same way that those people could have further reach, there's that many more people shouting into the internet, and there's much more noise.
Like
it's only getting noisier.
Right. That's
why I am an anarchist and wish to destroy the earth.
You're not really an anarchist.
I'm not really an anarchist,
and
but
you don't really wish to destroy the earth.
Not wish to destroy the earth, but I mean in terms of I think that the only way that anything like that can ever be achieved was with like a massive resetting.
Oh, you're talking about total destruction, the only solution.
Not total destruction, just it has to be a massive a dieback, a brush fire, a cultural brush fire.
Right. See, this is where we always get to this point.
We've been on fire suppression ever since the Industrial Revolution, if not further.
Right. So yes, I understand. You have this. You have what could be termed as a pessimistic idea.
I don't think it's pessimistic at all. I think it just... You
don't think a shitload of people dying is pessimistic?
No, I'm saying there's a lot of dead wood that needs to be burned off.
You mean babies and humans?
I guess...
When did you just turn into fucking Stalin?
I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying it has to happen.
Wait, hold on. Yes, you are. Listen.
No, I can't...
Listen, you were just saying... You were seriously saying...
What I'm saying is that it will happen regardless of any... Not by any human intervention. Not by human intervention.
You don't think that's a pessimistic point of view?
No, I don't think it is, because I think it's like saying that talking about death is pessimistic, because it's a natural life.
No,
here's
it's not like talking about death. You're talking about the possibility, and it is a real possibility. One of the many possibilities for our species.
Well, it's not it's eventuality.
You think it's an eventuality, and that's why I say you're pessimistic.
I think what I'm saying is that this eventuality, that there is a at the current rate of growth, and the way things are going, if nothing changes, nothing crazy changes in our universe, nothing like really big changes, the human life will basically in a way choke itself out.
Yeah, no, I know this point. This idea, I know this idea. This is one of the...
But I don't think it's pessimistic to think about that, because it's not like I live every day thinking about that, or...
No, I know.
I feel futile. I don't feel it's futile to strive.
The reason it's pessimistic is because you see it as an eventuality. Even though you acknowledge that there's other possibilities, the one that you've chosen to believe in the most is the worst possibility, which is why I say it's pessimistic.
But I don't believe in it I don't believe in it. I just think it's something that it's very likely that will happen. Well, because I think it's this is why, and this is why it's not pessimistic, is I think that all things act the same way they do in the smallest incarnations of nature, and right now human existence is so far from nature that nature will eventually reset, bring humans back to what they are. And I don't think that means any sort of it's not moving backward. I think it's the opposite. It's like moving forward, because I was saying about the fruit, the fruit having like a scarred fruit has more nutrients. That's just an example of how every organism, all the characteristics that we talk about in people, it all trickles down to even the smallest plant life. I like to garden a lot and grow things, and I look at the plants a lot of times, and you see stuff that happen with plants that mimic a lot of things the way that people exist. And so I think there's a lot of things you can look at in the nature kingdom of nature that are it's a great teacher in terms of that. And I think that that's if you look at the way society, or I guess just humans have
we're not,
lived.
I know what you mean.
We're so far from nature.
We're not. First of all, we're not far from nature. We are nature. We're not. You can't get far from nature. We're an expression, an expansion of nature. There's no way to be far from nature. We are nature. We're nature super evolving and complexifying to form technological extrusions that are probably going to give us the ability to do some insane fucking things in the future that are really good.